Welcome back to podcast the IMF Economist Program Part 2.
For joining us on this deep dive.
It was fun. That image presenting to a finance minister.
Powerful, right?
Yeah, it shows the impact you can have. And it reminds me, there's another side to IMF.
Oh.
Their role in global development.
That's right. It's not just about crises.
No.
They help developing countries build stronger economies.
For the long term, yeah.
Exactly. They provide assistance, support.
To strengthen institutions, improve policies, create sustainable growth.
This is where all that diverse expertise comes in.
You got it.
Like how they want economists from different fields.
Precise.
Not just macro folks.
They need specialists in public finance, financial sector stuff, debt management, social protection.
Wow. So many areas.
Yeah, it's about supporting countries with unique challenges.
So you could specialize in labor economics or development economics.
And still find a great role at the IMF.
Okay. I'm seeing the appeal more and more.
Good.
It's not just theory. It's hands-on, helping build a better future.
Absolutely.
But let's be real, the IMF doesn't always have the easiest job.
What do you mean?
They're often seen as the bearers of bad news,
Oh, yeah.
having to impose tough conditions.
Right, on countries that need help.
It's a common perception.
And not entirely wrong.
Oh.
Their lending programs often have conditions
Right.
designed to address the root problems.
So not just handing out money
No, it's about using it effectively, responsibly.
to actually fix things.
Exactly. And those conditions can involve tough reforms,
Like what?
fiscal austerity, or structural adjustments.
To boost competitiveness.
That's where they get criticized sometimes.
Oh, for being too hard?
Or having a one-size-fits-all approach.
Just tough balance, right.
It is.
Support, but also accountability.
IMF economists need analytical skills,
Yeah.
but also communication, negotiation skills.
To explain the tough stuff, build consensus.
It takes diplomacy, cultural sensitivity.
Especially with different economic systems, political realities.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's challenging, but rewarding too, right?
It is, finding that balance.
Between support and responsible management.
You got it.
We've been focusing on the positive.
Yeah, the impact, opportunities, environment.
But are there downsides? Things that might make someone hesitate?
Every job has challenges.
Right.
The IMF is no different.
Like what?
The work is demanding.
Okay.
Long hours, lots of travel.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're dealing with complex, sensitive issues,
Stressful.
and there's pressure to get it right.
The IMF's decisions affect whole countries.
Exactly. So you need to handle scrutiny, criticism,
Make decisions based on solid principles.
even when they're unpopular.
It takes thick skin, conviction.
It does, but for those who are passionate, driven to make a difference globally,
Yeah.
and who embrace the challenges,
It can be fulfilling.
incredibly so.
Right. So someone's listening thinking, sign me up.
Okay.
What advice for applying to the Economist program?
Well, they get tons of applications.
Right.
Standing out is key.
How do you do that?
It starts with a stellar application.
Okay, break that down. What makes it stand out?
Yeah. Is it all about grades?
Good grades are important, of course.
Okay.
They want candidates from top universities.
Preferably economics or related fields?
Yeah, but it's not just grades.
There's more.
They also want to see your analytical skills, research, and how you communicate complex ideas.
So highlighting relevant coursework, projects, publications,
That can make a difference.
and tailoring your application to the program specifically.
Crucial. They give you all the criteria,
Oh, so make sure you address everything.
thoroughly convincingly.
So it's not just showing you're smart.
No, it's showing you understand the IMF.
Their mission, their culture.
Exactly. And that brings us to the essays.
Oh yeah, the essays?
They use those to see how you understand global issues, your critical thinking, your writing.
Any advice for someone staring at that blank page?
Yes, please.
Don't try to guess what they want.
Okay.
Choose a topic you care about.
Mm-hmm.
Let your passion show your unique perspective.
So not just textbook answers,
No, show your intellectual curiosity.
how you think about these issues.
And to make the essays engaging,
Yeah, economics can be dry.
use real-world examples
Okay.
instead of abstract theories.
Yeah.
Bring them to life with current events, case studies.
Even personal experiences.
Show them you can connect theory and practice.
That you get how economics works in the real world.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to think differently.
They value that, innovative thinking.
Fresh perspectives.
If you have a unique idea, share it.
So it's not about conforming,
No, it's about pushing boundaries.
bringing new ideas.
And remember, the IMF is global.
Oh, right.
A global perspective in your essays is huge.
So, examples from different countries.
Understanding different systems,
Even mentioning your own international experiences.
it makes your application stronger.
They want to see you're comfortable globally.
Sensitive to differences, thinking beyond borders.
Okay, grades, essays, what else?
Don't forget soft skills.
Oh, right.
The IMF wants people who can work in teams.
Communicate well, adapt to new situations.
So highlight leadership, communication, collaboration,
Show you can work with others.
and any experiences showing adaptability.
Like studying abroad, learning a language.
Volunteering in a different culture.
So it's not just being technically skilled.
No, it's being well-rounded.
Having interpersonal skills, cultural sensitivity.
To thrive in that environment.
And that brings us to the interview.
The big one.
Meeting the IMF face-to-face.
Prepare, prepare, prepare.
Okay, what should you do?
They want economists who can think on their feet,
Right.
articulate clearly, defend their ideas,
So brush up on theory, current events, practice interviewing.
and research the IMF,
Oh, yeah.
their mission, publications, the department you're applying to.
Show them you're serious.
But the interview is a conversation.
Not just a test.
They want to get to know you.
Your motivations. If you'd fit in.
So relax, be yourself,
Let your passion show.
and ask questions.
Oh, good point.
Thoughtful questions show you're curious, engaged.
Okay, we've focused on the skills, the qualifications.
The what and the how.
But what's it really like working at the IMF?
The day-to-day.
Yeah, what's it like?
We can only know from those who've been there, but it seems like a dynamic, stimulating environment.
Not just crunching numbers all day.
No way.
What do they do?
Research, analysis, advising governments, traveling.
Sounds varied, with real impact.
It is, and it's collaborative.
You work with people from all over.
Learning from them, contributing your
They
skills
like their intelligence.
to tackle those tough challenges.
And this shared purpose, working together.
Seems to be part of their culture.
We've talked about the technical side,
The analysis, the research, the advice.
but what about the human side?
Oh, that's important.
Interacting with different cultures,
Yeah.
navigating different systems.
Seeing the impact firsthand.
That's where the magic happens.
It is. They travel all over.
Wow.
Immerse themselves, see the challenges, the opportunities,
It's got to be enriching.
both personally and professionally.
It broadens your horizons, challenges you.
Helps you understand the world's complexities.
It reminds you.
Yeah.
Economics isn't just numbers.
It's about people, their lives, their hopes.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired.
Good.
But there's got to be a less glamorous side too.
There is.
Long hours, travel, pressure.
How do they cope?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, it's demanding, no doubt.
Not for everyone.
The hours, the travel, the pressure to deliver.
You need to be tough.
But the IMF seems to get it.
Get what?
Work-life balance.
Oh,
They offer support systems.
like flexible work, wellness programs, counseling.
Exactly. And you're with colleagues who understand.
You're not alone.
It's not just about being tough.
There's a support network.
A culture that values well-being.
Challenging work, supportive environment, shared purpose.
That's what draws people to the IMF.
We've covered so much.
We have
Application, roles, challenges, rewards, culture.
a lot of ground.
But before we move on, long-term prospects.
What about them?
What happens after the Economist Program?
Growth, advancement, what are the options?
That's the question.
Well, there are lots of paths.
So not everyone follows the same one.
No, some specialize
When what?
fiscal policy, monetary policy, financial sector stuff.
Okay.
Others go for leadership roles,
Managing teams, overseeing projects.
representing the IMF internationally.
So specialization or leadership.
You can chart your own course.
And if you want to change a pace,
There's that too.
like working in different departments, different countries.
The IMF is global.
Right.
You could start in DC, then advise a government in Africa.
Or lead a team in Asia.
The possibilities are vast.
Yeah, it really does sound like a dynamic and global career path.
Yeah.
With all those options for, specializing or leading. But listening to you, I'm thinking
Yeah.
it takes a certain kind of person to not just survive there,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
to actually thrive.
The IMF is unique, demanding.
Yeah.
You need specific traits, motivations to really succeed.
So what are we talking about? What kind of person flourishes at the IMF?
Well, From everything we've learned,
Yeah.
few things stand out.
Oh.
First, intellectual curiosity.
Oh, that makes sense.
The IMF is all about these complex global issues.
Yeah.
You got to be driven to learn, explore, challenge yourself.
And it's not just learning for fun, right?
No, they want people who can apply it.
Do something with the knowledge.
Exactly, which brings us to the second trait,
Okay.
a bias towards action.
Action, huh?
IMF economists aren't just theorists.
Right.
They're problem solvers, driven to make an impact.
Like that EP who saw their work in government decisions.
That's a great example.
Knowing you're making a difference, that's got to be motivating.
It is, and to make that difference,
Yeah.
you need the third trait, resilience.
Okay, resilience. Why is that important?
Well, the IMF deals with high-stakes stuff, often under a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You got to handle pressure, setbacks, stay focused.
Sounds like you need the mental toughness of, like, an athlete.
Uh-huh. In a way, yes.
But there's a fourth trait that's surprising.
Oh, what's that?
Humility.
Ah, yeah.
Humility. At the IMF,
Oh,
really.
I know. It seems odd.
It does.
But think about it. Their mission is to serve their member countries.
Okay, yeah.
That means listening, learning from others, collaborating.
Right.
Arrogance won't get you far in that environment.
It's not about showing off how smart you are.
No, it's about working together, finding solutions.
That benefit everyone.
Exactly. And finally, the trait that ties it all together.
Okay, what's that?
A strong sense of purpose.
Purpose.
The IMF isn't just a job.
Right.
It's a mission. You got to be motivated by their goal.
Global economic stability, prosperity.
That's what fuels those long hours, the tough choices, the constant learning.
It's about something bigger,
Than just a career.
making a positive impact.
That's what makes it so compelling.
We've given our listeners a lot to think about today.
We have the what, the how, the why of the
The
IMF.
challenges, the rewards, the culture.
It's a lot to digest.
But ultimately, the decision is personal.
It is.
So, as you think about all this, ask yourself, do you have the passion, the drive, the resilience?
To thrive in this environment.
It's demanding, but rewarding.
That's the key question.
And if the answer is yes,
Then maybe it's time to get that CV ready
prepare for the challenge.
for anyone ready to take that step.
Visit mf.org
All the info's there.
about the Economist Program and other opportunities.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see you at IMF HQ someday.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, keep striving to make a difference.
Great advice.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.